was just so frustrated with PowerPoint. PowerPoint is so, I felt so locked in. I had to do, templates the way they had them. If I wanted to change something, it was a real nightmare. In marketing, I use pictures. It was so difficult to embed pictures. And the rest of the faculty is like, why do you use Prezi all the time? I'd say because it's just so easy to use and it's very captivating in the class. Students love it. And I found that I have far more students who come to class and listen and truly listen. And they may have the PowerPoint that they've printed or it's on their laptop, but they're actually like looking at the screen and listening to me, and they're listening to what's going on. And when I first started doing it, I thought, are they going to get this? Are they really paying attention? And then I realized they're listening. They're watching. It's very three-dimensional. What the students will see when they're watching it is they will see a full screen. They won't be clicking. I will be clicking. They will actually see me clicking because I go to full screen and we start with this. And so what they would see is this is the way their screen would look as the lecture would come, and they would hear me talking about initial screening. Does this country need a new product? We're assessing a market to see if the country needs it. But this is the process I'm walking them through of how we go through the whole process of initial screening. So for instance, here we would be talking about, well, first of all, is there a basic need? Now or ever. If we were looking at Saudi Arabia and the product that we were marketing were snow blowers, I really don't think that we would particularly need snow blowers in Saudi Arabia. And they would just continue on as we go. They can, of course, in Capture, they can stop it, they can start it, they can search, and it's kind of neat. And they see all the visuals, they see all the pictures. Right here, I don't actually have a lot of pictures, which is weird because I put a lot of visuals in. I know here we get to a chart, and it is very nice to be able to use the charts. Here, for instance, is because we talk about the gods must be crazy and how that upset the Coke bottle dropping in. I love that because it's a Coke bottle. The Coke bottle dropping in completely upset the tribe. But this is pretty much the way the students would see it on their screen as we go through. It's just like it would be if I were doing a voiceover with PowerPoint on the screen. It comes up, and again, the students say it's really very nice because it's much more dynamic and it keeps them engaged. I often think about that when they're taking an entire class online, all the lectures are online. Are you getting kind of glassy-eyed? And they say, no, they really like this. And they like that they can kind of go to a place in the lecture and search for something. Like if they missed a part, or they didn't quite understand a part. And then it's really nice because then I know when they've gone back and listened to the same piece a couple times. I know they didn't quite get that part, or I didn't quite explain that part, or maybe I need more examples. I often change something the day I'm going to present. I hear something on the radio, I look at something before I present it, and I say, the last time I did that, I needed more examples. I go to Google Images, I go to YouTube, I load them, and it's 30 seconds, and I've got something completely changed, something completely added, which I couldn't do when I was using PowerPoint. It was just locked in. Let's say that I need a picture of a mountain. So I just go to Google Images, find a nice picture of a mountain, save my mountain, and then go back to my slide, my Prezi, and pull it in from my file. Put in my mountain, and there pops up the picture. Oh, mountain's too big. We'll put the mountain in here. Nah, that mountain's too little. Wait a minute, let's move the mountain this way, and let's put a label on. Mountain. Okay, well, I don't like the fact that it's black, so let's make it green. And there you go. And again, when I think about how much I used to work to try and make things look appealing and attractive to the learner, wow, this is a heck of a lot better. And then probably the real pièce de resistance in terms of what you can embed in this. Let's say we wanted to put in Mountain Dew, and so we have this particular commercial. All I have to do is copy the entire YouTube address, go back, YouTube video, paste the YouTube address here, and there's the Mountain Dew commercial. And you can just very easily put it in, again, enlarge it. It's really quite amazing how well it works. There's a new feature that came, which is just divine, where you insert the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint comes all the way down, all your slides come down the right-hand side, and you just pull slide by slide, and then you can edit, you can pick, you can choose, you can move it wherever you want, and it's really neat living in a drag and drop world. That innovation has been significant. Let's say that this was the next slide to come in. You saw how easy that was. I just pulled it over. If I decided, no, I don't really want it there, and this little hand is kind of where you're going to take it, I click on it, and for some reason this one's coming out a little peculiar. But what you would do is make it a little bigger and just move the words out. And then to get rid of the brackets, hit the trash can. Now I'm looking at this and say, okay, climate and weather, Switzerland versus Thailand. And then maybe I want to pull in a picture. I think I have a picture here on the next slide. There's a picture of Thailand or Switzerland. Here's one from Thailand. I want that to be a whole page. So there it is, almost as if it were an original slide, but I've now actually kind of modified it and edited it. To again put that into the presentation path, and this is not the normal path that I would use, but we're on number 6. Let's say the next thing we want to do is we want to talk about the topic. Okay, so we look at the whole topic, then to zoom in on the picture of Switzerland, the picture of Thailand, and then I often sort of go back and just do a last copy of the entire slide. Once again, those are all there. Over on the left-hand side, I stop the editing of the path, and I decide, no, I actually want the Switzerland picture before I have the Thailand picture. You just move them around, and it's really very, very nice. If you were to just do a straight conversion, it wouldn't take that much time anymore. You could do it pretty quickly, quite honestly. But the thing is, you stop and you look at it. Changing PowerPoint was almost impossible. And honestly, sometimes I think some of those PowerPoints, we had the same one for 10 years. And you'd think, I should change it, but you didn't. This is so easy to change. And when you're making a conversion, you look at it and you go, I never really wanted to tell them that way. I never really wanted to use that example. And you kind of redo it. And it's a wonderful opportunity to go back and look at your course and not stick with the same PowerPoint that I've been using for ever since PowerPoint was invented, you know. When I exit, it's saving constantly to the cloud, constantly. But when I exit, it's going to save. There it is saved. But if I go back to my Prezis, it's going to be saved in the whole block of the ones I did, this one the most recent. But if I also go to my global marketing folder, it's all the changes are made, and you don't have I remember how many times I'd have different versions of the same PowerPoint on different flashes and different computers, and it's like, oh shoot, the newest version is on my computer at home. How am I going to do that? This part is really nice. They can also come then and go back and look at the lecture that's recorded, which has the Prezi on it. They don't actually have the live Prezi that they can take and manipulate. And so they're very happy with it. And I'm very happy with it.